Demo of the my.llif.org personal data dashboard created by Learn Innovate Foundation. When you visit my.llif.org, you will land on our login page where you can proceed using a Google or Apple account. And once signed in, you will land on a data dashboard. You can see all sorts of information here to help you make decisions about your health, wellness, save your data from external providers. There are many different use cases. You can read about them on our website, llif.org/use-cases. What's important here is to realize that you can also upload data from providers like Facebook, Amazon, your full Google takeout. And you do that by selecting the icon in the upper right and hitting upload data. We have instructions on takeout guides linked on our website where you can find information about how to retrieve your data from Amazon Shopping, Meta, Facebook, Fitbit, Netflix, and others to be added. We do sync directly in real time with your Fitbit information, but you may want to load all of your historical data just to store it online because you do not use mobile apps. It's up to you. Once you follow those instructions, you can come back and drop them here, which will then sync with your data on the dashboard as well as our mobile app, Best Life Health Diary, which we will switch over to here shortly. Once you have downloaded the Best Life Health Diary mobile app from Google Play or Apple App Stores, you can log in to the same account that you used on the Personal Data Dashboard web app, my.llif.org. So again, download Best Life Health Diary on your favorite mobile app store and go ahead and sign in to land on your timeline. Now, this is a super app that we have started building in order to help people better manage their data and actually reap rewards and benefits from it. So you can track all sorts of information. It can show you the onboarding guide that a new user would see. That way, your Apple Health Kit or your Google Fit information can sync it to your account. You enable those health permissions. And so we can gather the information about your environment, like pollen, ozone, barometric pressure, and other information. You will also want to enable the location tracking. We only gather your location in certain moments, once a day, or when you are logging a manual entry. Seeing things like air elements and particulate matter, the air quality, things like that is incredibly helpful for people who manage chronic conditions like asthma or who have cardiovascular disease, and they are especially susceptible to different impacts from air particulate matter. We are working through data providers for pollen and other environmental data. This is typically expensive information, and as a nonprofit, we sustain ourselves with donations and contributions, so it would be very helpful if you like our mobile app to go ahead and try and support us a little bit. That way we could support you with more environmental information. As you go through the mobile app, you end up seeing that you can add all sorts of things like weight, body temperature if you have a cold, or if you're looking to track something in women's health, your pulse ox or blood pressure. That stuff is incredibly valuable information because if you're only getting it when a physician is taking it that once a year annual, it is just that slice of life. It's not necessarily a sustained amount of information where it's going to be helpful for you over the course of time. So if you see this kind of information over durations, you can start seeing trends, and we work on trend analysis engines with data algorithms just so that people can see that their blood pressure has increased 10% or decreased 10% over the course of a few months, or information like that. It's completely unbiased, and it's just 100% based on the data that you enter into the mobile app. Aside from manual entries, you can also measure your mood like a typical mood diary. We have a 1 through 5 scale, and we have something that we find a little bit more helpful to measure stress because everyone has their own limits and their own preferences. So we have the Goldilocks rating scale for information like how much physical activity you had or how much intellectual activity you had. Maybe you had a really, really boring day that day. And perhaps you didn't have enough social interaction because that was really why it was so boring. You can end up seeing that information logged in your timeline, and you can filter and experience that in ways that benefit you. Or you could end up seeing that plotted on individual graphs to where you could benefit from that analysis of your own information. All right. We're also looking to provide people with a way to track symptoms. So you can see that if you just add a simple event, you can add something like you had coffee that day. And then perhaps your blood pressure is affected by coffee or otherwise. So what you can do is you can go back to a graph, and then you can, when we add the feature in here, you can overlay it like you can on other graphs and see if there's information that is helping you see that that's stressing you out over time or something like that. My coffee intake is not related to barometric pressure, but I just wanted to demonstrate that functionality for you because it's meant to be on all of these graphs here soon. You can also just keep fun little notes or reminders for yourself. That way you can see if you are doing something for your house or for work, you can scroll back in time and see if you covered everything you needed to. We've also added a new feature where you can add content to remind yourself to look back at over time. And we are syncing web activity to where you can see this. And that is the mobile app.